All set. 1950 meters they sent on their way. An Ideal Jet bounced out very smartly as the early leader. Corsage, the black cap, Free State Stars at the rail. Dancing Sword is back fourth. Queen Isabella, the yellow cap, is fifth. Simply Complicated in the green silks is at the rail in sixth position. Then comes Love of All Things, Siwa Aces. Behind that is Under the Mistletoe. Whispering Waves further back in the race with Layla's Rose and Bianca Bolt settling down to race, and that leader Dancing Sword keeping off that inside rail now takes it up by a length from Ideal Jet. And then on the outside is Corsage, Free State Stars at the rail back in fourth. Queen Isabella on the outside. Simply Complicated in the green silks with Love of All Things travelling with that one. Then comes Under the Mistletoe, about 8 or 9 lengths off the leader. Siwa Aces further back, then Bianca Bolt. They're followed by Whispering Wave, and Layla's Rose is the trailer, about 12, 13 lengths off the leader. Dancing Sword leads and is nice and settled. Corsage is second. At the rail in third, Ideal Jet, then Queen Isabella with the yellow cap. Free State Stars just getting the wake up near the rail. Simply Complicated travels well. On the outside, Love of All Things, the red cap. Siwa Aces Under the Mistletoe as they turn for home. And the leader, Dancing Sword, now going to quicken it up. Ideal Jet in the white silks comes out for a run. Then comes Corsage. Free State Star, Simply Complicated in the green. Coming to the 400, Dancing Sword now being asked to run, but Ideal Jet's the big runner. Towards the inside, Simply Complicated. Now Ideal Jet's being asked to run, and Simply Complicated is going to make a big race of it. Down the inside, Love of All Things. It's now Ideal Jet and Simply Complicated over the last 100. Running on Under the Mistletoe, but Ideal Jet kicks away, and Ideal Jet won it by 3. Second, Simply Complicated, then Under the Mistletoe. Dancing Sword ran fourth. So, number 2, Ideal Jet. And this is the Ideal World, the 3-year-old daughter of Ideal World, Paul Peter, Warren Kennedy, Peter de Macagianos. Well done to all the connections. Also bred by Peter himself, and they win by about 3 to 4 lengths. Simply Complicated, number 4, runs second. The winner, number 2 at 2:30, Under the Mistletoe. That's number 10 will run into third at 6:80 the place. So Ideal Jet, Warren hooked it out around Dancing Sword. Simply Complicated gave a few strides, matched it for a while, but then Ideal Jet kicks and goes on to record the victory. So Ideal Jet still obviously needs racing experience, but wins it well. And until the running of the 7th race, back to the studio.
It might be a Sunday afternoon at Hollywoodbets, Scottsville, but the Peter team and the Peter family have brought some pudding for us to KwaZulu-Natal. It might not be summer pudding, Ideal Jet, but the atmosphere, the vibe, the love from yesterday has just been brought through to KwaZulu-Natal today, and we welcome the Peters here with Ideal Jet. But before we go any further, Sipho has to look after his horse. Sipho, well done. You win yourself 1,000 Rand on behalf of Hollywoodbets and Gold Circle. Well done. Well done, Sipho. Thank you very much. Let's get Paul in. Well, let's get Warren in first. Yeah, Sunday afternoon here at Scottsville, but the atmosphere is great. It's just so wonderful to have the family that have backed you and supported you here in KZN again. And this horse has won a good race. They even roped me in to come and lead her in. She's a lovely filly.
Yeah, she's done really well. I didn't know too much about her. Mr. Peter said to me she's a strong galloper, allowed to use herself. And I would have led her to, but she hit the first turn very immature. She's never been here before, so she wanted to run off the course. So I had to slow her down a little bit and allow her to gather herself and get her composure back together. And I was very happy when Lyle went and took it up. I had a nice tug around. So that was lovely and very green down the straight, hanging in. She only really got going when she hit the line. So a lovely win from her. A big thanks to Paul and his family. The summer pudding, what can we say? We're blessed to have a horse like that. to ride and for them to train is just fantastic. But this filly won a good race in the end.
Warren, 2 more rides. Guru's Pride, do you think might need one more a bit further, but can turn it on, this horse?
You can definitely turn it on, you know. I think the sting out the ground will definitely help him. Look, I do feel maybe Dryer's horse is the horse to beat fastest ruler, but Guru's Pride with a bad draw, he's going to be finishing really strongly. So whether he can make it up, we'll see. And marching on together, look, he stays all day. He's got a big turnaround weight with Anza Lazio, who beat Matterhorn last time, who was reeling off 3 or 4 on a trot. So he's got to be respected, giving him 9 kilos. So he is also respecting the race, but marching on together is well within himself. I expect a big run.
Well done for those that have followed you here. Well done for yesterday, just fantastic, and long may the hits keep coming.
Thanks very much, and once again to Winning Form, thank you.
Well done. Winning Form sponsor Warren Kennedy. Lovely to have Paul Peter here with Marcel and Tony, and the whole team are in town. We're going to talk to Terence in a moment, but Paul, we'll talk about summer pudding in a moment. Let's focus on this beautiful Ideal World filly. She's had the one run. Thank you for your transparency. You stuck your head in the studio. You said the thumbs up, travelled well, everything's good, and she's won accordingly. Well done, and thank you.
Thank you. She's a half-sister to Jetstart, and this being by Ideal World really wants a trip. And there was just no races in Joburg, and Mr. DeMarco, he's such a patient owner, but we had to run this filly. And there's no races in Joburg for like the next month for her over this sort of trip. So we put her in here. Well done, Mr. DeMarco. You bred her, you own the mother, you own Jetstart. Thank you so much for your support and for all your patience. It's well deserved.
You've said it all. Warren has said it all, and well done with her. And we'd certainly follow her career going forward with great interest, as we do all your horses. But just to talk about yesterday for a moment, it would be remiss if we didn't talk about yesterday. Well, it's just lost for words, really.
Yes, that filly does it all for you. She'll go to war for you. She's such a lovely filly, and she's pulled up sound. And this morning, just before I left, I went to go check. She's ate most of her food, so I couldn't be happier. And we're still just negotiating where we're going. We're deciding what's the next step with her. But she's in good order, and I'm so grateful to her. Lovely girl.
Well, from absolutely everybody involved, well done to you, and long may the hits keep coming.
Thank you. I want to thank Warren for another good ride. And my float co-pilot, John, he drove down with me. I was feeling a bit tired. I said, I don't know if I'll make it right. So John was gladly accepted the opportunity. Thank you, John, and Marcel and Tony. And once again, thank you, Mr. DeMarco.
Lovely. Terence is here. Please bring him. I want to speak to him for 10 seconds. I know it's been a long interview, but Terence, the reason why I've got you is to first of all welcome you. And Michelle Wing did a wonderful insert with you and summer pudding and your experience at the Peter Yard. I just want to get from you, how do you feel the day after winning the World Sports Betting Summer Cup with summer pudding?
I've just carried it over right now. Yeah, from what we felt yesterday. It was difficult to sleep. We still had to come here. We kind of just simmered down on our way back here, but we just had this race, and to us, every race, every horse, to us is very special. Every horse is a summer pudding. Every race is a big race for us, and that's how we work. And I just want to say thank you to Paul. He has taught me these things. I've learned to appreciate him. We've learned to put through the system with everybody, the whole team. We work as a unit, and I think that's a real reason for our success.
Well done. Lovely to have you in KwaZulu-Natal, and all the best to you and your whole family and team. Well done.
Thank you.
Lovely to have Terence in town as well. Oh, I tell you, goosebumps moments, because it's just wonderful. Lovely to the whole family of the Paul Peters team. Well done to the breeders, which of course are the owners, the Gakianis' family. Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but well done to Tony as well. Tony's here. He's always behind the scenes, and the whole team are really enjoying the successes. From all of us here at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, Ideal Jet, well done to all concerned. She's won, and won very well.